Hey everybody, I just got out of seeing Wes Anderson's new movie, Isle of Dogs. And I want to give a little initial reaction as I'm walking out of, well, I'm not walking out of the theater, it's raining, but my first reaction, the first word that comes to mind, cute. Also bizarre. And also,
Thank you very much for that. Good morning. Welcome to Movies Over Coffee. I am Jay of the Jay Craig Podcast. Last night I saw Wes Anderson's new movie, Isle of Dogs, which comes out later this week here in Michigan. Other markets already have it, but we're getting it later this week. Um, how to describe Wes Anderson movies? Unique, clever, odd, a bit off, bizarre, cute, funny. His movies always are unique, and that's what I love about Wes Anderson movies is that he's telling movies he wants to tell. It's always something that's not made for the general public. Okay, this is made for people who like these kind of movies, who like the uniqueness, who like independent filmmaking, because he's making movies that he wants to make, which I think's great. What the Isle of Dogs is about is in Japan. It takes place in Japan, so anybody who's Japanese speaks Japanese subtitles. Anybody who's a dog speaks English. Of course, why not? It works. So the dogs become sick, and they're creating a dog flu. It's becoming an epidemic. So they assign a national decree. The mayor of this particular town or village or city ships all the dogs off the island to the Isle of Trash, which is located off the coast, and the dogs are left to fend for themselves. Now, so the story really starts to take off when a human, the young pilot or the little pilot, who's the nephew of the mayor of this particular town, village, whatever it is, he lands on the island looking for his dog, and it's very special to him, and he wants to find his dog. And it's the rest of the movie, or a good portion of the movie, is him looking for his dog and getting help from other dogs. And then he finds that these dogs are not all bad, and that there's someone trying to create a formula that's going to eradicate these illnesses and hopefully bring them back to civilization. So it becomes a race between finding the dog and then getting them off before more bad happens to these dogs. And so that's what the story's about. Now, it's like I say, his movies are dry, so you're either going to get it or you're not going to get it. But the one thing I find that is missing from me in a Wes Anderson movie is his characters. So I found myself laughing throughout most of this movie, and I thought it was heartwarming and endearing and fun, but I think forgettable because the characters are people, or just characters, are characters who I just don't care for. And it's not that they're not likable. They're fine. It's just I don't care about them. I don't care if they succeed. It's nobody who I'm really grabbing onto. And I think that's a deterrent for his movies for me, is that I'm just not really attached to anybody in the movies. So I found myself, not that I was falling asleep. It's an hour and 40 minutes, a short movie, but it felt long because I just don't get those characters that I really care about. Speaking of characters, have you heard the rumor? Jeff Goldblum's in this movie. So right there, you've got a selling point for me. I love Jeff Goldblum. I love him in his movies, and anytime he's a little bit part, I'm down with that. That's the one thing about Wes Anderson movies, is that he does get really good talent. Whether it's voiceover work or live actors, his talent is always really good, and he gets actors that get him, that get his humor. Like Sam Jackson and Tarantino get each other. His actors get him. So you get your Bill Murrays, your Liam Neesons, your Edward Nortons, your Jeff Goldblums, your the Wilsons and the Schwartzmans. You always get this talent that's always really good. Now, the one thing that I felt lacking was, as a story, it's really cool, but I felt that they were missing out on some really good aspects of the story by keeping that stuff in the shadows. Stuff that's happening on the mainland between the pro-dogs and the anti-dog people. It's really interesting stuff, and I wanted to see more of that. So I felt a little shortchanged in the full story that they're trying to tell, and they're condensing it to an hour and 40 minutes, and I thought it could have been bigger, could have been better in that regard. But if you're a Wes Anderson fan, go see it. You're going to love it. If you like unique movies, different movies, stuff off the beaten path, stuff that's non-mainstream, go see it. If you don't like dry humor and his type of sensibility and when it comes to humor, then I wouldn't recommend it. But if you want to do something different, go check it out. If you have it in your area, definitely go see it. I hope you like it. Leave me your comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and leave me your comments after you see the movie. Tell me how you like it. And until next time, I need Another cup of coffee.